All right, friends. Are we all in the correct boxes? We are. Welcome, friends. Welcome to another episode of the SidePod. And I would like to say that I have taken full cognizance of all feedback, and I have given you all this week and forever a SidePod dark mode theme, so that your eyes will no longer hurt while watching this at night when you should be sleeping. You stupid children. But welcome to the show. Welcome. What a race. What a
Yeah,
weekend. Let's get straight into it. How are we doing, friends?
very good. Thrilling weekend. I mean, so much to talk about, and I'm sure we're going to dive right into it. So, yeah, lots. And I mean, should we start with obviously the crowning of King Charles?
Oof.
And, what a great,
Yeah.
I mean, what
All
great
fellow
vibes
tracks,
on Sunday.
all following tracks will now be named Monza by Jan, Mongapore,
Yeah,
Mon
yeah,
Vegas,
yeah,
Montar.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
As long
yeah,
as you name them
yeah.
that, I
That
think
more
we've cracked how Charles can win everything.
amazing, amazing.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Didn't think of this. This is very cool.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
But
where
what a
do
rich vein of form he's been in, man. And like,
Oof.
wow, it was like 10 out of 10 for Charles Leclerc. And hats off starting, from the very beginning when he took Lando Norris right to this, 1000 IQ one-stop strategy without being overweight, at the end.
yes.
So
Underweight.
underweight at the end. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So yeah, I loved it. Yeah. What do you guys think about Charles's drive?
Oh man, where to even begin? I mean, the thing is that even at the start, I felt like they had made a mistake, and which is what Charles pointed out as well. Ki, why are you pitting me when my tires are still good?
Yeah.
But obviously, yes, great drive from Charles. And I think I had that, I experienced towards those last 5 laps the thing that Sebastian Vettel has always said, which is that even if they don't know it, everyone's a Ferrari fan.
The
Because
Ferrari
I
fan.
was
Yeah,
pissing
yeah,
around my room. I was like, come on, Charles, come on, go do it. Because just that
Yeah.
Ferrari winning at Monza is
Oh
just
my
special,
God.
man. And it's the
So
first time in
good.
5 years. So it's so good, so good.
That podium is something else. Yeah. Give a right arm for Oasis tickets and Monza podium ke niche, right now. Like,
Oh my God. Oh
yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
I would do it for Monza tickets because knowing Oasis, you'd be losing your right arm for nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
speaking of tickets, we will be getting into our Gridmaster section later on. Gridmaster, of course, is sending one of us to Qatar, depending on who wins. And there are some, I haven't given you all the updates yet, but there are
Yeah,
some
we don't even know
massive,
who's.
massive changes to the table, which we'll
Oh,
get
no.
into
Oh,
later on.
Oh, no. Look at the smoke on
So,
his
yes,
face.
please,
Yeah,
also,
look at him.
please.
Yeah. Just tell us now.
Arey, guys,
Just
no,
tell
no,
us
no.
now.
I have done nothing. I've done nothing.
Okay.
I may have used all the because we get referral credit into our accounts, which they keep taking away from me. But I was like, yeah, I can just make 50 teams right now with all combinations and win everything.
Oh gosh.
But no cheating, no crash gate, nothing has happened so far. We'll get to it in a little
Are
while.
you playing
Please
by
smash a like.
papaya rules?
Actually, no, as you will see later on.
Yeah.
What is papaya rules, by the way? Is it that
It's the
we
basic,
make?
the same old thing that everyone has. They've just added it and made it papaya rules.
It rules as a fruit, for sure.
I think it
really
was
like
like
the
a,
fruit,
I think
but
it
as
was a PR strategy to get like everybody to ask like, what are papaya rules? And then we're like,
Yeah.
oh,
The
that's
first rule of papaya is you eat papaya
Yes.
quietly.
Yes.
Yeah.
you share your papaya with your teammate.
Yeah.
Except in
Yeah.
turn 4, there will be no sharing of space over there.
Not allowed over there.
But wait. Before we get into race, let's start with first of all, let's start by smashing a like on the stream, guys. The target is 1,000 likes for the stream, and we have 300
Come
watching.
on,
So please,
boys.
let's go, boys and girls. But yeah, all started with Kimi Antonelli winning it nicely and being rewarded with a seat in F1.
Yeah.
This is
Full
the
on.
anti-Logan Sargent universe right here.
Just
Yeah. Yeah, so much anti-Logan Sargent actually. Think
And
about like how.
even our Bandra boy, Kola Pinto.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Kola Pinto, which I felt bad for him.
But
because
I mean, the timing of the whole Kimi Antonelli announcement makes me believe that they had obviously already planned to sort of do it. And so, just the fact that he binned the car in FP1 made it a little bit more comical. But clearly they had been wanting to announce this.
And Toto being like, हाँ ठीक है भाई, it's okay, no problem, हो जाता है, हो जाता है. It's okay.
Mera beta, mera Raja
Yeah.
beta. And then smash cut to George Russell watching.
There goes my weekend.
That was such excellent camera work, and whoever the guy is, the producer in the PCR job went done on that switch.
But good for Kimi Antonelli. I mean, look,
he was properly wringing the neck of that car.
He was going for it. Yeah, he was like fully. He's just turned 18, guys. Like, come on. Like,
अब भी license मिला है ना. It's
yeah.
It's okay. He hit the barrier. Now all he has to do is write an essay.
Yes.
That's all he has to do.
No, Rohan, no, this was so not right.
But I'm glad also that, like, this season we've seen so many of these young kids from F2 get the shot in F1 during race weekends and everything. And this whole, like, F1, the FIA has been pushing each of the teams to have some of these younger drivers in the thing. And it makes me think that, like, obviously now we're seeing so many of these younger drivers. We know never before did we really know the F2 grade that well, or whatever, some of these younger guys that well and everything. This year we've had Ollie Behrman, Cola Pinto, this kid coming in, Antonelli and everything. And what is this impact that it's having on all these older drivers? The ones who take a Checo Perez, for example. Like, obviously, not only is he getting the pressure from Red Bull and everything, but there are all these younger kids just waiting. They're getting their shot every Friday.
But, Checo finished just behind Max. So,
guys, also shout out to Checo Perez for greatest slipstream of all time, where he has thrown dust in his teammate's face before the DRS zone. Only Checo Perez can do this. Oh my God, the worst slipstream I have ever. Like, he's fully making up for that, like fully cancelling out every corner of that Checo is a legend lap at Abu Dhabi. One race at a time, so bad. But man, let's take a moment and give Sherry Shroff a moment to enjoy the downfall of Red Bull Racing.
Yeah, that I think was the best part for me to see and listen to the video. And
giving the people what they want.
Interviews, and I was like, beautiful.
Like, everybody's
Simply
talking
lovely.
Everybody's talking about McLaren overtaking them in the constructors, but Ferrari is also 30 points.
Yeah,
30
exactly.
points. It's getting crunchy.
And I think like now Verstappen is talking about how he's upset, always said Newey's departures, he's missing him with the car and all of that, and the car's a monster now, and and I'm like, wow, this has just turned so quickly into something else. But I have to say, he is definitely more zen than he has been. So the meditation is working. I think he's definitely he's not as reactive as he usually is.
But it seems to be going so wrong for them.
Maybe.
I think he's kind of given up. Like, I feel like that kid abhi gaya hai, it's done. And now, like, there's no point in, like, there's no real fight. Like, we're not competitive and it's not happening. So what's the point of being pissed about it? Just like, let's accept it and move on types.
That's actually a fair question to all of you. It's like what Sherry's saying. Is it that he's zen, or has he seen a void in the data so spectacular that he's like, there is nothing to be done?
Dude, they qualified 7/10 off Lando or something like that. And like P7, he was
but
like.
Also, I mean,
crazy.
Piastri for me again. I really am beginning. Like, I think
Ascari Piastri.
After my Lewis era, I will move into my Piastri era. I think he's he's like the next one I feel I would support, because I just feel like he's such a hungry driver and he's doing so well as a rookie, like, and as someone who's new and from like so much confidence. It's just amazing to watch him drive, and I feel, of course, this was a strategy loss where it was, the number of stops and whatever, but he clearly was way in better form than Lando. I mean,
Yeah.
across the board, we saw that Lando was making silly mistakes. I mean,
Yeah.
even when he came into the,
He always does
to the
it.
pits.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he somehow is just not able to kind of, like, I'm not seeing that world champion,
Like
aura around him at all. It's
clocking
not
the
happening.
pit lane limiter is a little hectic.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
that's damn hectic.
I'm like, now, I mean, you don't expect those kind of mistakes at this level where you're fighting for a world championship, literally, right? Like, I mean, he's not
Yeah.
even just another driver. At this point, he's pretty much the contender who's fighting Max. So I think that's where I'm kind of seeing Oscar even in a better light, because he's coming out stronger than his teammate.
That turn one overtake was spectacular.
brilliant.
I mean, turn four overtake.
Turn four,
Sorry,
yeah.
that was.
But
Oh my God.
On the limit.
and even
that was.
after that, he was, I mean, zero mistakes, just, you couldn't fault him. And I think that's why McLaren can't even go out and be like, we are going to back Lando, which is why they're like, we don't have a,
Papaya rules.
Papaya rules.
Papaya rules.
They are all equal and all that right now, because like he's not showing that kind of form. I mean, like, how do you tell this guy, no, let him pass when he's,
absolutely.
So I think that for me was a real standout. He was of course, with Charles, of course, but like, I think Oscar out of the McLarens is definitely looking like the stronger, more consistent McLaren to me. And I mean, I'm quite interested in that fight, because as we're going to go further, it's going to get like, I see that also getting quite like, intense.
Yeah, I mean, Lando's having to do these like last lap, fastest laps and all
exactly.
right now to like, make
just kind of
make good
hang
the
on.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of hang on. But like, I wouldn't swap them around. Like, I don't think so. There was no need
100%.
to
There's
swap
no
them
need
around.
to.
There's
or
no way that
whatever,
one is definitively ahead of the other right now. You couldn't. Like, you can look at a Red Bull and be like, clearly there's a number one and a number two. You can look at a lot of the other teams and be like, but there's no way you can
For
look
sure.
at the McLarens on performance right now and be like, this is the basket that we put all our eggs in right now. I would also like to, at this time, do a brief interlude for a diss track to British Sky Sports commentators who can just suck the biggest, fattest whatever, because, oh my God, so much pearl clutching when place is not given back to British drivers. Saying, are they ruining their chances? Are they? But our poor sweet boy Lando. Oh, get over yourselves.
Exactly.
Yeah, I couldn't get myself to watch the Sky Sports broadcast at all.
No chance.
Like, I need at least one Scottish person has to be there to offset this. But also shout out to Oscar Piastri for calling Lance Stroll go-kart driver.
Yeah, first time, not the go-kart driver. First time go-kart driver.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
But I
There were
think
some good ones this weekend.
It's going to be quite meaty now. I think like you're looking at Mercedes, Ferrari and McLaren all in like pretty good form. And
Mercedes also,
like,
is it?
Yeah, I mean, like they had a decentish weekend, is what I mean. I'm throwing them in there just as a ray of hope, you know what I mean?
Manifesting a championship.
But this,
I mean,
no,
but I'm saying in terms of they have also been doing well in your P1, P2, all of that. Yeah, it's not like they're not like they're not out of contention, is what I'm saying. They could have a good weekend as well. Like with Ferrari 2 weeks ago, we were like they're nowhere and what's happening and whatever. And now we're seeing them win.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm excited because I think Red Bull is definitely out, and it's like these three teams are going to kind of rotate now with wins.
But I think Red Bull still, Max was like what? He was still second place in the last race. So, I mean, I guess this was just...
but as in like token second, third milega yahan.
I mean, this
like,
drop-off though, Azim, seemed big, dude.
Yeah, I have a question for you guys. Now that you said that, Arjun. Like, given that you guys like know sort of historically more about the sport, is this the single biggest drop-off between seasons for a non-regulation change? Given that the drivers haven't changed, that the cars haven't changed.
I mean,
I think
it can be
20 races to...
No, but there have been many. Yeah, I think the number of races, of course, is a factor. But there were so many of those. I think I can think of at least 2 of the Hamilton title seasons where Vettel got off to a fantastic start and Ferrari was winning everything, and it just went. Even if you look at, for instance, the Red Bull themselves in the season when Max won the first time. like Red Bull was generally speaking the better car until Mercedes got that crazy wing upgrade and then just blew everybody out of the water towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's
This
necessarily
does seem to me like the bronze season, though. Like, it's very similar to the bronze
Yeah,
season in
I
that, like, clearly the first half of the season, they had a technical advantage over everybody else. Then somehow all the other teams figured it out and they got better at it and everything. And, the podiums ended, and JB Jenson Button in the last few races didn't really win any races.
Yeah.
And he had
Just
to
hung
like,
on by his fingernails.
Yeah,
I
just
mean,
hung
but
on and got the
I think the concerning part is also with Newey on gardening leave or whatever. I mean, I'm saying like that it's not even like they are
Yeah.
in top form and they're having a shit time. They are
Yeah.
not in that space. Like that's the question in my head is, will they recover? Because now a lot of changes have happened. And is it like done, or is there something left that could kind of bring them back into the game is what is the question I'm asking.
I think
which is why.
Sorry, I think what has happened also with Red Bull, what it seems like whatever upgrade they've got has really lowered their top speed. Which is why you could see even under DRS they weren't able to do much. Like Checo was like
No.
struggling to
No.
like
Yeah.
keep like I think he was struggling to overtake Russell like on the straight if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Or whoever it was. So clearly, and I think Horner himself said that we've got certain upgrades and parts that have failed or have not worked as they were supposed to. So again, like it takes one upgrade, it takes one. You know how McLaren were nowhere.
These
at
swings
the,
are happening. These swings
Yeah.
are big swings are happening in
But
performance.
I mean,
just this
so
season.
for
Yeah.
Red Bull, the question and I think the disadvantage obviously is the fact that being the number one constructor, they have less to spend. So will they be able to spend money and throw money at the problem and get a result? I mean, because also Checo has put a few cars into the bin this season again, so it's cost them not as much as it's cost Williams.
And
obviously.
then they eat a lot of sushi, so catering budget is also high.
Yeah, so catering budget might become a thing. Suddenly,
Yeah,
Red Bull
yeah,
becomes
suddenly,
fast, and they're like, no, it's
Suddenly,
actually
yeah.
because all the workers are really well fed, so now they're working much harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a big swing in performance, Rohan. So, like, I mean, for sure, I don't think though that it's irrecoverable. Like in that, obviously, it's not like unlike the bronze season. This comes from a car that was already great.
Sure.
Like probably the greatest car of all time in that like last season's car. So it's it fundamentally is a good F1 car, but
But we all know that there's a
something's
fine
unbroken.
line between peak performance and too many steroids, right? And that seems to be
But I-
back to this thing at Red Bull right now.
Yeah.
Still think he might get lucky because, I mean, realistically, Lando is not quite there yet. It's not like he's winning every race. If he was, then it would be like, wow, this is gonna swing things. But I feel like because you've got Ferrari, you've got Mercedes, you've got McLaren, and even
They
within
can all
McLaren,
take
you've
points
got
off him.
Oscar and Lando. They can
for
all
sure.
mishmash the points, and that could kind of keep Max ahead because of that. And if he still
How far
keeps
is
getting
Mercedes
his-
in the constructor?
Not
Are
that
they
much
also
Mercedes
doing
is-
that?
Ferrari.
No,
In the
Mercedes is quite
300s.
far.
They are quite
Oh.
far.
No, they're quite far. I think they're
They're
292
quite
or
far.
something
Oh.
like that.
I mean,
Despite
I
all
think,
those race wins, and
definitely
Could be wrong.
McLaren, Ferrari are much closer for sure.
Yeah. I think what has been happening with Mercedes is that every time it's somehow been only one car that performs on the day,
it's
it's
usually
either or.
yeah.
So or one car gets disqualified, as we've seen.
Well,
Because
yeah.
I think that without that DQ, there would probably be like obviously there'd be like
That
18
DQ
points.
was also obviously they've lost a chunk there.
But man, the race, I mean, for me, just those last few laps coming together, so much jeopardy, right? So first, it starts with, okay, Lando is pitted, Lando is making his way through. Max is on different strategy, and then Lando comes up to Max, and Max is like, shit, what am I supposed to do? Am I racing him? And just man, I was very nervous when they came up. I was like, because also you don't know what Max to expect anymore. Now, are you?
Correct.
Yeah, totally.
Are you going to get
Maybe it's the
desperate
Zen
defense
Max.
Max?
The Zen Max is in town right now.
Yeah, Zen Max was good. I
Yoga
think.
Max.
Yeah, but
Zen Max
basically he denied him second place because I think he took 3 or 4 seconds off him over there, which is effectively job done. And I think it was the 8-point swing, which is pretty much what Lando needs every race. So I suppose that's there. And then just it was all, man,
But I
Charles every
honestly
lap.
thought they wouldn't pit Piastri. I thought they would also take that shot and be like, let's go till we can go. I was quite surprised that, because I thought, why would they do the same strategy with both of them? It would be better to split it and decide.
There were all those team radio messages where they were asking
Yeah.
Oscar whether
Yeah,
they should do
yeah.
a one-stopper.
And he was the one who was
Because-
on like, my front left is
Yeah,
dead.
but
and
I
there's
just
Could have been
felt
a car
like the
thing
gap
also.
was,
Yeah.
but the gap
Yeah.
was too, I think the last 10 laps, I pretty much was like, I don't think he's going to do it.
But
Like,
what
as
a
in-
delicious
Yeah,
last 10 laps.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude.
What a
yeah.
delicious
The
last
only
10
question
laps.
was, will
Oof.
Charles make
Oof.
it, and like, will his car be fine? But like, I didn't think he was going to catch him from the way he was going. It was seeming
Also,
not-
credit
Yeah.
where it's due, given how much over the last 2 years the conversation around Ferrari has been its
Yeah.
tire deg, right?
Yeah.
And the fact that those cars with those tires are actually degrading significantly faster compared to a lot of their rivals. And then for Charles to sort of do that, woo, oh,
And
again,
in
that's
Yeah.
Charles 2019, in fact, also wasn't that race like technically like a little safety car affected, or there was something that went wrong in that race that led to
Yeah.
the Mercedes being behind. But this was like
Yeah.
a pure
But this weekend,
Yeah.
safety
one-on-
car only brought out safety car.
Just
Start
class.
of the weekend.
Yeah,
We haven't
that-
even talked about
yeah.
that. Safety car brought out safety car, guys.
Yeah.
This is the first time the safety car has
See?
crashed, and
Yeah.
Logan Sargent has come out saying,
Come
guys,
on, yeah. And just silent fist bumps from Lance Stroll, knowing he's not the biggest idiot in an Aston Martin this weekend.
Oh, that was hilarious.
oh no.
though.
Okay, let me do
shit.
some
Yeah.
super chats quickly before they disappear.
Great.
We have
Yeah.
Ron Dennis who retracted a message, which seems about right. We have Andrea Stella saying, "मैंने Zach को बोला कि don't do V2 what don't do two number one drivers. Mukesh और अनिल के रेस में अडानी जीत गया."
Wow.
Oh, no.
Wow.
मैं रोहन
Andrea
को
Stella,
करता हूँ.
racing brain and keen follower of the Indian economy.
Yes. Tandon Oberoi says, watching you all from a plane on a train from London to Leeds. All hail King Charles. Yes,
Oh.
indeed. Very nice mismatch of universes. Then we have Ron Dennis who comes again and gives the actual message. He's saying, ये फिर से रेनो से आया हुआ लौंडा हमारे McLaren के बच्चे को परेशान कर रहा है. लगता है मुझे वापस आना पड़ेगा. जैक साला हक देगा.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That is because there is a
Great.
parallel universe somewhere where a forlorn Oscar Piastri is racing for Alpine in 17
yeah. Basically,
behind
Esteban
Colapinto.
Ocon.
Behind
Yeah.
Colapinto.
Yeah.
And we have
Oh,
Didust
shit.
who is just being mean now, saying can't address Ron and forward to the super chat here. Next match में Liverpool के गले का पत्ता पहन के खेलना पड़ेगा because Man United is Liverpool's bitch. I have no further comment on this.
As William Shakespeare once said, "Goo kha bhosdi ke."
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
GKB. There you go.
Yes.
Guys, that's our official. Anybody's mean in chat. Everyone just type GKB.
GKB, yeah.
GKB.
I think we're gonna start memberships next week. I'm gonna make a GKB
Nice,
emoji
nice,
and
nice.
put it in.
Yeah.
Oh man, but just the way Charles, also what a stint that was. Yeah, I think between his
Incredible.
fastest and
Yeah.
slowest lap on
Yeah.
the stint, it was like 0.7 seconds difference. He was just
Metronomic.
relentless, man,
Yeah.
banging it in.
Spectacular.
So good. Oh,
These two also did a one-stop. Your boy, Alex Albon. And in the
See,
points
we
in the
know that
Williams
Albon in general would, if you allowed him, he would not stop.
yeah.
We know this.
yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And then K-Mag was my personal driver of the day, guys.
Yes,
K-
yes.
K-Mag is the guy.
No,
He has
he's
fulfilled the
like-
prophecy that he
yeah.
promised. From
Yeah.
5 races, this prophecy has been coming to fulfillment. But also, I love that he got the penalty and Gasly
Yeah.
was like, no, guys, why are you giving penalty?
Penalty.
It's hota hai
Yeah,
racing mein,
yeah.
guys. Like, hey, don't penalize
Yeah.
him. Hope they
Oh
overturn
my
it.
god. 10-second penalty still in the points. Okay. And badass. Now he gets this one race ban. But what I love about this one race ban is that now he misses Azerbaijan. But when he comes back to Singapore, 0 penalty points, guys, on
Oh
Kevin
my God.
Magnussen's record.
So he's ready
Nothing
to go
to
again.
lose. Nothing
7
to
races
lose.
to go. Came back with 0 penalty points.
Oh my God.
Singapore onwards.
Oh
We are
my
in for
god.
it.
Oh
We-
my
we-
god. I am so ready for this.
Yeah.
I am so ready for the chaotic era.
Yeah, it's going to be spectacular. Yeah, but again, the Haas is really through this thing. Yeah, Nico qualified P10 as well, and then had the bump with Danny Rick at the start. But the Haas is definitely there or thereabouts every weekend. Like every weekend, you're like one of them is going to pull something and be 11th or 10th or whatever. It's
something out of the hat.
Post Gunther era has shown a lot of resilience from the Haas drivers.
What we have learned here is that Gunther and Mattia Binotto should make wine only.
Yeah.
They deserve respect.
No, I want to see now the spin-off, which is Ayao and Frederick Vasseur hanging out together and going on picnics in Tokyo. That's what I want to see.
That's gonna be so funny. Yeah.
Yes. Who else? Yeah. So K-Mag is banned for Azerbaijan. So does that mean that he's banned, and they don't get a second driver, or does Ollie Behrman then come in?
I think they are checking on
Ollie is
Ollie Behrman. I think
they've announced also. I think Ollie will be driving. I think.
So
Ollie gets a little trial ball.
Yes.
Again.
Yes.
But he did well. He did well in Saudi when he came in, and so why not? Why not? It'll be exciting to see. And Azerbaijan kind of like Saudi only. It's like balls close by, very very fast. Lots of straight lines.
Yeah. It's going to be good fun.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen our friend Mr. Safety Car in a very long time.
7 races. 7 races.
I don't remember seeing F1 without 7 races of safety car like in a long time now.
Yeah, it's quite crazy.
The quality of the racing or whatever, I don't know all of the accidents and all are happening in practice, right? Like even what do you call it, Logan Sargent and all of that, all these spins, Kimi Antonelli, all of this seems to be happening in practice. They get it out of their system, and then come race day, they are aggressive but well behaved. It's insane.
Or replaced by Colapinto.
Yeah, or replaced by Colapinto. Like the quality of driving we are getting to see, I think, is like really high across the board. Certainly, yes, they are your offs in terms of this thing or whatever, but this no safety car thing had me thinking about it, oh shit. For last 7 races, and they've all been chaotic races. I mean, there's been all sorts of shit going on in terms of weather conditions and all of that. Typically, you're expecting safety cars all the time. So, like interesting stat, Franco Colapinto is only the 777th driver to ever race in a Formula One car.
Wow.
Like think about it this way, like for a sport that has been around for this long, less than 1,000 people in the world have ever done it.
That's insane.
Ever done it.
That's insane.
Such a singular experience of doing something. Less than 1,000 people in the world. Think about any other
and
sport.
one of those people is Logan Sargent.
Yes.
Exactly.
And there are 4 of us four of us who have driven on Mumbai Worli Sea-Link who are judging their driving abilities.
It's insane. So the quality of the driving this last few races has been spectacular. Some really good overtakes and all also.
But also I think the newer drivers are much more prepped these days than in terms of when they're coming in. They're so much more experienced and ready.
Colapinto looked really good.
Yeah, man. For a first race, that was excellent.
You've seen so many when Ollie, was there, Oscar. They've all been so competitive and clean with their racing that it's pretty impressive. And I feel like
F2 has this Kota Factory vibe a little bit.
Yeah. But it's honestly kind of sad because I feel like the safety cars are such a great unpredictable part of the sport that kind of changes.
Can you imagine how this race would have panned out with the safety car over the last 10 to 15 years?
We've kind of given up that hope for a safety car. You know what I mean?
I'm fine with it though.
You know what? I'm okay if we get
the racing is good. We were still. Look, Baku is the kind of place where 100% there's a safety car. Okay,
there's never
somebody's
not.
Going into the. There's never not a safety car, so we're going to see it. We're inevitably going to see it. But when you don't have a safety car, yet the race is exciting. That I think is
but I'm saying such long
absolute cinema.
No safety cars is quite crazy. I wouldn't have thought so many races that there would be absolutely nothing.
No safety car feels like when that race just evolves and comes on its own. That's like test match. You know, like
Yeah,
where it's
yeah,
on
yeah.
test match, last 5
Yes,
overs,
Last
5th
five
day.
overs.
Yes,
Some shit is going on.
completely.
Yeah.
Safety
Yeah,
car is
just-
T20. Chalo 5 over mein
Yes,
khatam karo abhi.
that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, for
both
sure.
have their appeal. I
Yeah,
will give it
yeah.
that.
Plus, I think one other thing that made this race very entertaining, Monza बहुत जल्दी खत्म हो जाता है without safety car. You know, like it got
yeah,
like
yeah.
it by the time it starts, you're getting into it, it's over.
Yeah,
like you know, like literally it got over in like less than 80 minutes, I think, like whatever, like a very short race it was. Like so also, you know, that
But
way it
thrills.
helps, like, yeah.
Bit
Thrills, plenty of thrills. Yeah,
full
yeah.
box office. Very enjoyable.
Thrills and that podium at the end. Come on. Yes.
Like iconic is the word, I think, for this particular.
For sure. I can't think of any, like, I mean, any other circuit where this is the kind of space. Like, you know, the culture of Formula One in this thing, the hero worship that they, like, I saw some of the pre-build-up stuff, you know, around the thing, you know, around the weekend, and a lot of the content of like Charles and what do you call it, Carlos hanging around Monza and everything. They're swamped all the time. People love that. It's freaking crazy, you know. It's
Terry,
like
next year Lewis wins at Monza.
Oh
I
my
was just going to say it's going to get better next year, guys.
That
Just
friendship
calm
seems to be
down.
blossoming as well. That
Yeah,
friendship
yeah.
seems to be blossoming as well. Really well.
The dogs are also friends. It's all working out.
Yeah.
Okay, we had a couple of more super chats. One we have from Sai Krishna, who says, "Great race for Ferrari. Kudos to Sainz, as the 2 laps he defended Piastri turned out to be very important." Charles saying, "Leave me alone" was plus 1000 aura. Looking forward to meet Manchurian Bao in 442. Yes, we shall meet you. Yeah, but yeah, also there was that also. Like now teammates are actually coming into the fight and actually having an impact.
An
on
impact,
proceedings.
for sure.
And like again, like Carlos, nobody's talking about like Carlos again, just the selfless guy who's like, you know what, fuck it, I'll take one for the team. I'm going to give up my podium shot.
I'm actually excited to see him in an upgraded Williams. It could be interesting. You know, he doesn't have that pressure of like the Ferrari. Ferrari brings with it a lot of pressure. Right?
Yeah.
Like, look at that. Like, I mean, it's crazy. There is that passion, but also, you know,
There's
could all go
something
so
about
poorly.
Carlos and James Vowles that seems like a combination made in heaven. Like
Yeah,
two extremely
for sure.
serious dudes trading facts over their coffee, you know? Like, I think it might be fun.
Yes. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to read our next super chat because it very neatly segues into our next section, which is Anuj Sachdeva, which, by the way, SidePod won the Gridmaster Italian Grand Prix contest. And has won himself a trip to Qatar with one of us, by the way, and I haven't shared the updated thing.
Oh yeah, we don't know what's happened with us.
But
also.
I will quickly, for those of you who are unaware of what is going on, okay, sorry. I was very afraid that the stream had died at the start of sponsor segment. But it was not. But of course, the stream is in partnership with Gridmaster, which is Asia's first F1 fantasy app, and it's developed fully by Indians for Indians, and we've been having a lot of fun with it. We have our internal competition running between the 5 of us. Aditya Bhatt is not here, and one of us, whoever wins our internal leaderboard, will get to go to Qatar to watch the Grand Prix. You can download the app. The link is in the description. You can use our coupon code SidePod200, and you have to go over here and join the Off to Qatar contest. It's pretty simple. You pick 2 drivers, one above 35 million, one below 35 million, and one constructor. And there's a few prediction questions they ask you. That's how that works. So now what I am going to do is first, First, I'm going to show you all on chat right now what the state of things was previously, which is that Rohan Joshi, hold on, I will forward the thing to you all on the group as well, but open it when I get into it, so it's more fun.
Okay.
Hang on, give me 1 second. How many SidePod groups there are? Okay, there. Okay, sent. And so last week we saw Rohan Joshi absolutely stormed to the lead with her choice of Hülkenberg and Piastri on 163 points. SidePod 161, Aditya Bhatt 138, Azim Manatwala and Aditya fully screwed by Alex Albon last week. And Sherry, for some reason, taking Hamilton, Tsunoda and Aston Martin. Now we change to this race where how the turntables.
Oh,
Where
my
we
God.
have Azim Manatwala and
God.
Sherry Shroff back from the dead.
Wow.
Insane.
Huge swing in
Incredible.
performance.
Huge
swing in
Absolutely
performance.
huge.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely
Yeah.
huge.
And by the way, guys, I finished 14th overall in the entire
Oh,
thing.
really? Wow.
Oh,
Whoa.
well done.
Yes, with Leclerc and Albon and Mercedes as my constructor. If I'd gone with
Oh.
any top constructor other than Mercedes,
So,
I would have won.
basically,
Ah,
our
They would
only
have-
difference was Piastri and Leclerc. I mean, I chose Piastri.
wow.
Yes. So
That's
right
a
now,
huge swing, you guys. What the
Yeah.
shit, yeah.
yeah. So that's what one race does. So right now I am sitting
Wow.
in 371, Sherry 348, Rohan 329 with what were your picks? There was Albon and Piastri for Sherry, Gasly and Leclerc
Mine
for Rohan.
was, yes, Gasly and Leclerc. Yes.
Stroll and Hamilton, oh no, for Arjun S3E13.
Oh,
Huge
wow.
I
fan.
don't know, yeah.
Wow.
I did this after FP,
Wow.
after
Wow.
FP2 and
If
Hamilton.
I didn't
was
know
right
you were
under.
a man of integrity, I would have said you're throwing this match.
Yeah.
And Aditya Bhatt, unfortunately, who despite Aditya, I think the big
Yeah.
shock of the season where we expected him to
Yeah.
be
Yeah,
running away
we
with
thought
it.
he's going to
Yeah.
be leading.
Which is why, to all the youth watching this podcast, let me just say, maths is not everything. Pay attention in other subjects also.
Yes.
Or just do multiple
no.
choice and something
Or
will be.
drop out of school right now. Right now, end the stream and go drop out of school or college.
Yes.
This message
So,
is sponsored by
uh,
Gridmaster.
So guys, remember that you can also take part and be part of these leaderboards. Just sign up. Download Gridmaster on Android or iOS. Use the code. Remember to sign up with our code SidePod200, so you get 200 rupees free to play. It's 100 rupees to enter. So your first time entry pretty much is free, and you can probably play twice along with that. Winner for each race gets sent to Qatar with one of us and gets tickets to the Qatar Grand Prix. I should specify grandstand tickets. And the top 10 also get F1 merch, including caps like the one Arjun S3E13 is wearing, and some mini helmets and mini car miniatures as well. Yes, so that is about it. But yes, very exciting. This race is hotting up now, guys. It's
Yes,
I wasn't
indeed.
expecting it to get this exciting so soon.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
already kicking off.
Big
Uh,
swings.
Who
Yeah.
have we not? Who had completely forgettable races? Alonso finished in the points, no?
No, he didn't.
No, he
Because he
didn't.
also did a two-stop.
Yuki
He
also
did a
retired.
two-stop.
Oh,
He also
yeah,
did a
Yuki also
two-stop.
retired.
Yeah.
He retired.
Yukita
Yeah.
was the contact from Hulkenberg, no? Or was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hulkenberg.
Yeah.
Yes, where he bangs into
That was full revenge, now where Ricciardo squeezes Hulkenberg and then Hulkenberg
Yeah.
was like, fuck you,
Yeah.
I take
My
Sonoda.
theory is, that Hulkenberg just saw red there. He's like, I think that's Ricciardo's car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he went for it. I don't think he had any idea it was Yuki in that car.
Yeah.
That was full power.
Alpine, another, I think, race to forget for them. Kick Sauber, what is Kick Sauber? Why they are just they're whether for
Kick
participation
Sauber is
certification.
People who are holding warming seat for Audi. Like, literally keeping
Yeah.
that paddock warm for 2 years. That's it.
It's damn sad. Yeah. The most interesting thing out of Kick Sauber this weekend was Valtteri Bottas meeting his doppelganger.
Oh,
in
yeah.
Monza.
Yes. Yeah, he met his doppelganger. And he was
Yes,
holding
there
a
is
poster
board
together saying, Valtteri, it's Valtteri.
Yeah.
If only the driving game was as good as the marketing.
In fact, it made me
God
so
damn.
irritated because they dropped the sickest poster, okay, from Monza.
Yeah, I
On
saw
their
that.
Instagram,
Yeah.
they dropped the sickest
Yeah.
poster, and I'm like, हाँ तुम लोग यही
Shit.
यही
Yeah.
होता है तुम लोगों से.
This is what this whole new world of influencers that we are living in. Now, this is what it is. They're focusing on the content. They're not focusing on the substance.
Who you work for, Arjun Ravi? Say who you work for, what you do for job. Say us now. Tell it on stream.
Guys, I work for the SidePod, guys. As the
Arjun
resident
is-
monologuist.
yes.
As
As
the
a resident
social
monologuist.
media, social media
Social media
manager.
expert.
Social
Yeah,
media
SidePod.
manager and director and
Yes.
Guys,
Every 2 days,
guys,
Arjun
we
Ravi
cro-
gets one SMS from me saying, hey, accept request. I made meme.
Yeah, we crossed 1,000
how you're
followers
sending
on our
SMS
Instagram,
for this
guys.
also is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. We crossed 1,000 followers on our Instagram, guys.
Oh yeah, by the way,
Thank you
please,
very much.
yeah,
Come
please
on.
follow our
Yeah.
Instagram. We are now with using this sponsorship money and buying upgrades, by which we are buying a boy. Sorry, not
Hopefully
buying a
we'll
boy, hiring a boy.
Hiring a boy.
no.
We are-
Whoa, I want no part in this.
we are hiring a boy to
Please.
make F1 memes for us, so we will have SidePod memes as well. If you have any boys for sale who are willing
Oh,
to make
dear.
memes, please let us know.
The number one
Yeah.
F1 and human trafficking podcast, SidePod.
If you have any boys for sale, what Lawrence Stroll is probably thinking every night when Lance Stroll
He has a
finishes
boy
the
for
last-
sale.
yeah.
Yeah, but also we'll check in the community if any of y'all want to make fun F1 memes, and if you have experience and if you have stuff, send us your stuff to what is our email address? It is the sidepoddery
Yes.
at gmail.com. So send us if you would like to be our meme making child.
Machine.
Yes, I mean child is nicer, I suppose.
No, so starting from your previous
Yeah,
sentence.
starting from your previous
no,
sentence, I
no
think meme
following
making
words have
machine
redeemed the
sounds-
sentence. Nothing you have said has made it better.
But yeah, basically make so Monza ka na make 2 memes and send must memes and send on our email, and
Like,
whoever gets the best.
How many Cafe Monza Khargar stands in the chat? Do you guys
Oh,
know that
deep
there's a
cut.
cafe?
Yes, yes,
there's a
yes.
cafe
Oh,
in
yes.
Khargar
Yes.
called Cafe Monza.
Yes.
But
Okay,
in
where you go
general,
and-
we should not take our instructions from Khargar cafes because they also had a cafe called Hitler's Cross. Okay, at one point.
Yeah, they
It's a
did.
true story. They actually
Hitler's
did.
Cross?
Yes, Hitler's Cross, dude. They
Yeah,
opened
dude.
a cafe in
Oh,
Navi Mumbai called Hitler's
yeah.
Cross, and people went, hello, what is this?
This is the crossover nobody saw coming.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right.
This
Yes.
Cafe Monza and Khargar, they had a whole bunch of posters of Monza and all inside the cafe and everything. And it's one of those places, though, that has very limited to do with Monza.
Correct. It's like,
You know,
welcome to Cafe Monza. Photos of track, etc. Whatever. Would you like a masala dosa?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want pav bhaji and cheesecake, everything in between.
Everything
you
in
know?
between.
Yeah.
In fairness, that is what also this Monza race gave us. It had little bit of everything. And
That is
Kirk,
true.
Everything, yeah, that's
Kirk
true.
says Charles and Carlos win more without Ferrari strategy, which is true.
Yes.
I think if
Yes.
Ferrari just don't
Yeah,
do
yeah.
anything,
Yes,
It's
just
very
be quiet on that
leave it
pit
to
wall
them.
and let these guys do it.
just
Yeah.
keep driving. Last lap pit for fastest lap.
Might want to try this with McLaren also.
Mm.
McLaren have bottled too many with pit strategy this season. Will they regret it? But
Yeah.
no race next week. Obviously, we're Azerbaijan, but we won't have a stream before that. So just for funs, predictions for Baku.
Listen, it's too early, guys.
Yeah, it's too
But
early.
still, for the life.
Okay,
Listen,
but only
I
race
predicted
winner. Only
Charles
race
Leclerc
winner.
victory. May
Okay.
I?
Just
may I
race winner.
say-
Let's just predict race winner. Not top 3 and all. That is too
Okay,
much
shall race
competition.
winner,
Man.
sure.
Especially now, there's so much pressure because of Gridmaster, dude. I want to,
Yeah.
like, so let's
I
just
want to give
predict race
decoy
winner.
predictions. So I'm going to say Max Verstappen.
Yeah, Franco Colapinto. Yeah. Yeah.
But what do you think? I am saying one more victory for Charles.
Oh.
Oh, really? Oh.
Because very
Oh,
Monza
shit.
like track, no? Again.
Yeah.
I mean, not
Yeah,
very
yeah.
Monza like, but long straights.
Monza, Azerbaijan.
they were in control of their dig, although mostly Azerbaijan is left turns. But yeah.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
it's a sprint also.
Oh,
Is
it's a
it?
sprint
Oh,
weekend.
Oh,
okay.
so
Okay.
my two faves are obviously out there, Lewis and Oscar.
Achha, one for the sprint
One
and one for
sprint,
the
One
one
for
race.
the
race.
sprint.
Of
One.
course. Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah. Why not?
Simply lovely.
Simply. Yeah.
Life is good.
Though having said that, at a track like Azerbaijan, like anything can happen. I'd go with like Oscar as well. Like I think Oscar, it's the Lando season right now, but like we're undermining Oscar's talent right now. I think that dude is on a mission as well.
I'm also saying we are undermining Charles Leclerc's title credentials at this point because he's in the
How
mix.
far away is he?
He's what, 30 points behind Lando? 25, 30 points behind Lando?
That's like still like 90 points or whatever.
Arey, but
Yeah,
Lando
I
keeps
mean, it's
bottling.
just-
Max doesn't have pace
Yeah, yeah.
anymore. Suddenly,
Yeah, 'Cause, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
he won in
Yeah,
Monza.
Yeah, but I don't think he's that consistent either. Like,
Why?
he
Because you
has
don't
this-
like him.
No, I like him. I don't have a problem with him.
That's as valid a reason, to be honest.
That is fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, in fact, but it is for
No.
that reason that I don't think he's going to win this weekend. Like 2 weekends in a row. Let's all
Yeah,
be
that's
honest.
what I just don't think
Like,
he's. I think he's like wins, then 2-3 nothing happens, then he'll win one. Like that's what I'm saying is his kind of track record. At
Okay,
least
Chal, I have a
as of
better
now.
prediction contest for us. How
Okay.
many people either crash or get stuck in church complex throughout the
That's
weekend?
Leclerc complex.
Three.
only.
At Leclerc
Three.
complex, at I am stupid
Yeah.
complex.
3.
Yeah, I'm stupid.
3 in the course of
Three.
the weekend.
Yeah,
I'm saying 2.
Two.
Yeah, I also say 3 because also Ollie Behrman is going to be there. Franco Colapinto is going to be lots of young drivers. Usme ek Lance Stroll bhi hai, like there's enough opportunities.
Aston Martin limited edition
Yeah.
go-kart
And-
livery incoming.
And Lando under pressure.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
was
Lando
qualified.
putting it. I think safe to say in this race, if Lando is like in the mix for the fight but not leading, he's gonna put it on the wall somewhere. You heard it here first.
There are a lot of these memes now about like the whole. You remember Baku a few years ago, where like Max and Danny Rick have that accident right
Yeah.
at turn 1, and
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah,
comparing
yeah.
that now because of how competitive Lando and Oscar are. Envisioning something like that happening this weekend as
Yeah.
well. Not hard to envision, to be honest. Like I mean, they're
Yeah, yeah.
racing each other really hard for Paya rules or not. Like yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll be a great race this one as well. Hopefully, we get little.
I think in general, very chonky end of season coming up, guys.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Exactly what I think we needed. Like I think all of us at some
Yeah.
point were praying for this Red Bull drop off to
Oh,
happen.
100%. 100%.
But little too much
Yeah,
only has
anything can
happened. Yaar.
happen.
Come on, guys.
Yeah.
What is this?
No, listen, please. This is very exciting. Very nice to
Yeah,
look
it's
at top
damn
6
good.
and see different cars there. Very
Yeah,
beautiful,
fully.
very enjoy.
Yes.
Like,
See,
And
for me,
once, Checo gets to take some digs at Max. Yeah, let him have his time.
what he's been taking digs at Max.
He said something also, na, just now that now he knows he's also struggling with the car, or like just making like we have bros in it together kind of situation.
Very nice.
Just two bros struggling in a bad car.
Yeah. Same at the same level. There's no
level,
difference
same
between-
same level.
Yeah.
We're just one position apart.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, chalo. Please remember to smash a like, friends, before you leave. We have 500 watching, 220 likes. Remember, the target is 1,000 likes before the next
can do
stream
it.
comes. You can do it. Very easy target I've given you all. Likes, target plus 1,000, guys. That's what we're going for.
yes.
Yeah, that's it. We will see you all soonly. Remember, if you want to take part in the Gridmaster competition, use our coupon code and sign up. And we will see you soon. Thank you for watching the SidePods. Goodbye.
Peace out.
And subscribe. I forgot to say that also.
Subscribe.
Subscribe. 4,000, guys. We need 4,000 subscribers soon. We're at 3,250. Come on, let's do it. Okay, goodbye.